Okay, today we are going to study about clippers. First, let us understand what is clipper. Clipper is a circuit made with diode and resistor, and it acts as a clipping device. For example, if there is a sinusoidal wave like this and we want to clip it off with certain voltage level like 2 volt, and this peak to peak voltage is from 10 plus 10 volt to minus 10 volt. Now if we want to clip this waveform and make it like this, if we want to clip the portion above 2 volt, then we pass it through the clipper, then we get such waveform. Okay, this says that clipper is a circuit which helps to clip off the waveform from certain voltage level. Okay, this was the definition. Now what are the type of clippers? Okay, so basically clipper is a clipping device. Clipper is a clipping device. And what are the types of clippers? The types of clippers. There are basically two types of clippers. First, series clipper and parallel clipper. Okay, series clipper and parallel clipper. Now the series clipper has two types, that peak series clipper and bottom series clipper. Similarly, the parallel has peak parallel clipper and bottom parallel clipper. Okay, let us understand the difference between the circuit of each type. So let's start with the peak series clipper. What is peak series clipper? The peak series clipper states that this clipper will clip off the waveform in positive half of the wave. Okay, that is upper portion of the wave is going to clip. From where? From reference voltage. The portion above the reference voltage will be clipped off. The portion above the reference voltage will be clipped off. Okay, now so let's see the circuit. Peak series clipper. If we are talking about the series, how we define the series clipper? Series means the arrangement of the diode and the output voltage are in series. For example, let's see here, this is a diode and this is a resistance. There is a battery. Here we are going to give input, AC input, and this is the diode. Now here I am taking the ideal diode, so and the output is taken across this point. Okay, this is the series arrangement of the clip. Now how to tell it's a peak or bottom? This is a bottom clipper. Why it is bottom clipper? Because when the diode arrangement is forward, if we imagine the diode as an arrow, for example, this is a diode. If we imagine the diode as an arrow, if the diode is looking forward, this is the forward looking diode. Okay, forward looking diode. If the diode is looking forward, then we say that this is the bottom clipper. This is the bottom clipper. If the diode is looking forward in the series arrangement, it is the bottom clipper. That means it is going to clip off the bottom waveform. Okay, now as per this definition, what could be the peak series clipper? Peak series clipper is the opposite of this. That is, if the diode is looking backward, then we say that this is a peak clipper. Now this is the bottom clipper. This is bottom series clipper, and this is peak series clipper. Okay, now I think I'm pretty clear with this point, that how we are going to differentiate the circuit of the peak series clipper and the bottom series clipper. Series clipper, because the diode arrangement is in series with the output voltage, so we call it a series clipper. And the diode position, like if it is a forward looking diode, it is a peak, it is a bottom clipper. And if it is a backward looking diode, it is a backward looking diode, then it is a series clipper. Okay, series, peak series clipper. Fine. Now what is this voltage? This is V reference. The V reference is that point which will tell you from where the clipping has to be done. For example, in this example, the reference point is 2 volt. Okay, the circuit is going to decide that with 2 volt we have to start the clipping, either peak, or this is an example of the peak clipper, though. So the reference voltage is 2 volt and the waveform above the reference voltage is going to be clipped off. Similarly, if this voltage is 2 volt, for an example, just take it, if this voltage is 2 volt, then this is a circuit of a bottom clipper. What it will do, it will clip off the waveform below the reference. For example, let's take an example, that if this is our input waveform, and if we pass it through a clipper, like bottom clipper with V reference equal to 2 volt, then what could be the output? The output is going to look like, this is 2 volt, okay, this is 10 volt, this is minus 10 volt. Okay, so the output is going to look like, the waveform under the 2 volt, beneath the 2 volt, is going to be clipped off, and what portion is left with? The portion left with is from 2 volt to 10 volt. I think I made my point clear. Okay, similarly, if we are, this was the case of series clipper. Now we talk about the parallel clipper. Parallel clippers. Okay, what is parallel clipper? Okay, similarly, the parallel clipper has the two circuits, like series parallel clipper and the peak peak parallel clippers and the bottom parallel clippers. So first we are talking about the peak parallel clipper, and here bottom parallel clipper. Okay, the peak parallel clipper, how we gonna make the circuit? The same arrangement. Here the diode is in parallel